Let's go. I have created a few new models and I want to try them out. Yeah, workspace. One is a fence, wooden fence. A lantern. I want to try giving a lantern to the goblin. And then a tree, another tree. Yeah, and another tree. The trees were hardest to get to look like I want. None of them really do. But let's... what are related assets? Let's download this. Ooh, height. FBX. What's the best format? GLB. Okay. Wait, is it just a texture? It's not a pretty tree. It's not a pretty tree. Close. Let's scale it a bit. 4. It's like, yeah, it's not great. Tree, no, node 3D. Tree node. And then we can add a collision shape. Make that into a capsule. Something like that. He can just walk through it. Okay, I want to try giving the goblin a lantern now. Hello, what's up, Technobots? What is that? Oh, it's the chair. Hmm. 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 This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to give this like some light and then attach it to the hand of the goblin. Let's see if that works. The tree is just a mess. I mean, it's not much of a game yet, but I'm trying to build a simulation or like prototype for the combat. So that's the idea. The player is a bit bugged now. It's turning around 180 degrees. He shouldn't. I think if we do -90 here, that's gonna work. So you will see it's like, oh, it actually looks decent now. So I'm gonna add some survival. Yeah. So I'm gonna add some combat mechanics like blocking and range of the hits, health, and so on. Thank you, man. Thank you, my brother. I'm very happy about the models. I generated these with an AI tool. Modeling is my weakest side otherwise, so yeah. Very happy about that. I mean, the tree is ugly, but it gives some character to the scene. Can't deny that. Mm. Let's remove the rotation print. Where is that happening? It's not here, it's on Goblin. Yeah, let's remove that. So, looks like these are fixed now. I was struggling to fix the rotation this morning for the player, and now, after like 1 minute, I solve it. Sometimes you just need to do something else for a while. To do. Add lantern to Goblin's hand. So eternal glow. It's pretty cool. This is the picture, the bitmap. And there it is. Let's scale it down. Point 0.3. Actually, let's move this into the goblin scene. Can I add a bone? Motion scale, modifier. Let's see. Bone sockets. Bone attachment. What's up, guys? Yeah, man, doing good. Doing good. How are you? This is such a weird model. Like, why is it lying down now? I'm trying to build a prototype for a combat simulation. I can show you. This is what it looks like at the moment. Now he's standing on the lantern, but yeah, disregard that. And I'm using some AI tools to construct the models based on pictures. It's pretty cool how good it is. So I asked ChatGPT. Yeah, thanks, man. I asked ChatGPT to create some pictures. So for example, this is the monster. And then I used this AI tool called Meshy. And this is the result in Meshy. And then I got some animations for it as well. And then some programming in Godot makes them like use different animations. Yeah. So yeah, playing around a bit with that. How are you? Now I want to make this lantern attach to the hand of the goblin. Left hand. Okay, what's wrong now? Yeah, it's crazy how good it is. Like, I like programming, I like the idea of making games, but getting things to animate on the screen is so hard. So much work that goes into it. Like, the more I try it, the more respect and admiration I have for the artists that have done the games I have played. There's a lot of work. And this is a really good tool to make something useful faster. Look at this guy. I mean, he looks pretty decent. And that came from this picture that OpenAI generated. Now I just had a pretty fun idea. Maybe I should make a Pickle Rick's mascot in 3D. We can make a Pickle Rick's game. Rick the Pickles. Okay, if I play an animation now, yeah, it moves along with the hand. Look, it's not gonna look good, but look at this. Yeah, it's actually attached. Cool. All right. Let's put him as idle. Let's do. You used to be an engineer, designer, playing a lot on CAD systems. You know this pain and struggles that goes into one model. Yeah, it's hard to appreciate that when you're just playing games, for example. It's like, yeah, but there's a lot of work, and like the coordination, like making a whole game, like art style, fit together. Yeah, it's not easy. So in a way, like the more I learn about it, the more I appreciate it. The art of it. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too small. Uh, that's so cool. Like this could be a sword or something. Damn. RuneScape has been done by two brothers. Really? That's impressive. So it goes under the ground a bit here. Can rotate it a little bit more. Oops. Yeah, look at that. All right, let's try. Hmm. It's not great. As far as I can recall, I think there's a documentary on YouTube. After it was sold to Jagex, or even when they found the old school version of it, they had massive struggle to figure it out. Yeah, classic with the old legacy code. It's a huge difference if it's written well or if it's spaghetti code. Let's make a node 3D here. I want to add a light to the lantern. Omnilight. I'm using here it's GD script, so it's so Godot is the game engine. It's like one of the big game engines, open source alternative, and they use their own scripting language called GD script. It's not transparent. It doesn't get out. Range attenuation. Maybe I need more lights if it's not transparent. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah. Can make that better. Like, yeah, right? It is pretty cool. More red-ish. Red and yellowish. Orange. 0.5 attenuation. No, point, little bit more. 0.7. Wait, what happened? Transform. Why can't I move it? Ah, it's down there, okay. Look! Ideally the light would come, it looks a bit off. Ideally it would come from the inside, but it doesn't leak. I think. Or does it? It does. Okay, that's good. This is better, for sure. So we could... What's up, Jane Gamer, by the way? So we could create a sword and give this to the player character. Let's do that. Create a simple bronze sword for the player. Lord of the Rings / World of Warcraft. Warcraft style. I was thinking about this a bit today, like, will it be possible to add gear in a, like, modular way? Seems like it is. You could do this with code and replace the gear. Hey, with that, would be cool to put the monster bigger than the man with long arms to feel he's punching and there is no space between them. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, what happens if we scale up the goblin a bit? Character output. Oh, it's big. Why is it so big? That's what she said. I'm sorry. So I've already scaled him down, actually. Ah, now it feels like a boss fight. Ah, oh. We need a big sword to defeat this guy. Okay. Pretty cool, but this is too short. A bit longer sword. Bit longer, please. This looks like a dagger. Yeah, I'm surprised by how powerful this is. This engine. I mean, while we're waiting, we can simulate some more combat. What do you think about the tree? I created a tree with this tool. And I also create a fence so I can decorate a little road. Here's a lantern, another tree. Oh no, this is that tree. Here's another tree. Come on, give us a cool sword. This is good. This is better. Yeah, it's really fun. Like getting rid of this block of not being able to like create the 3D models is great. It's really good. Makes it easier to play around and just explore my fantasies or like my mind. It's really, really good. Yo, Boof Boy, what's up? In the Twitch chat. They call it Excalibur. So here we have a few models to choose from without textures. I like this one the most. And then we create this. We can have adaptive poly count, so there's not too much. Okay, all right, with that, talk later. Yeah. So we can reduce the poly count here. And once the sword is done, can do some combat simulation. And I also downloaded a death animation. Didn't have that, but we can have that to the combat, of course. This. So, it looks like he's getting shot by an arrow. Or maybe being slashed by a big sword. And on the goblin, it's gonna look like... Ah, he doesn't have death. Good. Failed. Here is the sword. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. Oh, they're still fighting. Poor bastards. I mean, it's not perfect. If you start looking at it, there's a lot of things that can be improved. Like they're like floating above the ground a bit when hitting, or he does at least. The boy. Maybe I need to rig him or something. So if I do the same thing here, I'm just gonna compare there where the bones go on down. Yeah, I think that's the reason the boy is floating. Because his bones are not rigged correctly. Can I move this? Yeah, I can. So the toes is the problem. Toe base. What if I move this up 0.2? No. I'll do that. I need to fix that. Anyway. So if we add Excalibur here. And then attachment. Right hand. Look at this sword, it's huge. Ah, movie night. Sounds good, man. Have fun. See you later. Wait, what happened there? Yeah, that's good. Look at that. Boom. Boom. All right, let's fix the scale. 0.5. That looks more reasonable. For sure. Looks a bit weird when he's idle. Looks very weird. Look how he's holding it. Do I like, yeah, maybe need to re-rig this guy. I mean, here it looks decent. I don't know what happened. Let me try to download this again. Okay, let's see what this one looks like. Yo, Brandon, what's up? Why is it with skin? This guy just looks better. There is some difference here. I feel it. Yeah, look, the feet are good here. So when he does walking, it looks like that. When this guy does walking, I don't know if it's a difference. What about when you are hitting something? So what if I give you new player? Save. Make it unique first. I need to save it. A new player scene. Great naming. What? These old ones I downloaded got messed up somehow. That's for sure. I wish I could just get one with all animations. Now I have like dead, double combo, idle, left slash, run to walk, running, walking, catching breath, chest pound. Why does he have sun in his back? Ah. Duplicate. No. Save. Save as. New idle. How are you, Brandon? What's going on? Can I load new idle now? Why is it invalid? Fuck. All right, I remember now how to do this. I don't even need to do this. I can just open this again. Save to file, new idle.res. Save. Okay. You're doing well. About to make some lunch and then hop on to Rooney. That sounds awesome, man. What are you doing in Rooney today? Why is it invalid? Save as new walking. Save as new player. Ah, I think I know. It wasn't a library, it was an animation. So now I hope this works. This looks reasonable. It looks a bit laggy. It's like hacky. How is walking here? Yeah, it's the same here. So if we do repeat on this, yeah, looks good. And then left slash. And pick up where you left off last night, killing the Phantom Maspa boss for a small upgrade for the Inferno. Then I have a couple small prep things, then Inferno time either tonight or tomorrow. Nice, nice. Look how metallic he is. What the fuck? Import as skeleton. Keep custom track. Then let's open that here. Okay. And why is that? Why does this do this? It's so weird. This is a bad thing about this website. What the hell? So weird. Can I use another attack? Maybe I can just create my own animation for attacking. I don't like this idle animation either. He's like, it's pretty weird. What is he doing with his hand? What is that hand, by the way? It's pretty weird. I don't judge though. Attack. All right, if we do attack here, right arm. No, let's just do new idle attack. Let's delete this. New. Okay. Add a track. No, I don't think I asked anything. I was just talking to myself. But it sounds fun with some infernal gaming. I don't know what it is though. Show rest only. Ah, this is how I create a track for it. The Inferno is endgame wave-based challenge. You go through 69 waves, including a final boss. And if you beat it, you get the best melee cape in the game. Nice. Is this on your main or on your hardcore character? Let me try adding this as a key. That's how you do it. That's a key. I thought this was like locking it, but this adds a key so we can move it. So here, for example, let's say we change the position. Why do I not get like a move thing here? Let's see, we move it like 0.5 cent. That kind of works, yeah. How do I make it longer? There. This is the iron. Done it a couple of times on the main. Okay. Nice. Can I copy a key? Duplicate. Copy key. Paste key. Ah, we see it here. Okay. And then the time. All right, so if I play this animation now, I expect this arm to go back and forward. Yeah. Imagine doing this for all the bones and rotations and stuff. But you can do it. And maybe he should breathe a bit. The fight caves. No one has mentioned fight caves, I think. What is the fight caves? Can we like scale up his... I'm just playing around a bit now. Spine. What if I scale that? Yeah, look. Oh no, maybe this is good. What is 1.2 there? No, his head becomes bigger. And then obviously... one. Yeah, look. I think it's in the Z direction he needs to scale. when he's breathing. No, now only his head becomes bigger. What the fuck? Fight caves is an easier version of the Inferno. Same idea, a bunch of waves, get a melee cape at the end. Nice. What's the requirement there? Okay, I wonder what happens if I get the left slash animation from this guy. Is it the same one? It's just too much work. Right, but now I know a little bit more. Maybe I can move the whole skeleton, the whole armature. Insert key. That doesn't do anything. Okay. I'm getting errors. Unnormalized quaternion key. That's a clue. Why am I getting this error when trying to add rotation to the skeleton as a whole or the node that it's in? Okay, what about now? Yeah, that worked. Okay, awesome. Damn, you need patience with this. Is it minus 90 here? Yeah. Damn, this is so good. I'm not gonna have to do this in code anymore. We can delete this new animation. Why is this guy upside down now? The hell? Might be that I need to add skeleton on this one as well. And just do zero. Yeah. And same here. I don't know what a Euler is, but walking works, idle works, and let's fix the slash. Perfect. And then I want to reuse these with the goblin. Gonna make the code cleaner. Or like the project. It's gonna be cleaner. All right. So he needs to be rotated on the Y as well. -45 degrees. Other direction. -45. No, it's 90. Why is this standing above ground now? Something with the slash. Messed it up. All right, let's move him up. .3D position. That's nothing. 100. 80. No, let's do 70. $75. 85. So he's still doing this weird thing where he's floating. Looks like I'm not gonna get rid of that. And does he do that? Now his left slash looks messed up. Where did he go? What? Why is he over there? What the hell? What happened? What does the main scene look like now? Yeah, we are both over there. I really don't like the floating. Now he's dipping his feet into the ground instead. I'll move this down a bit too. -5. That's too much. -3. Yeah. It's better. Little bit down here as well. -2. Nah, too much, like -1. That's better. All right, this looks decent. What happens now if we give this guy a sword? Bone attachment. Right hand. What happened? Where is Excalibur? What? I don't see it anymore. Re-import. All right. Why is it so small? Right hand. I mean, it looks really weird. What's going on in this one? Why is it so big? When set to true, can change the pose of the bone. When set to false, will always be set to the bone's transform. Ah, this looks better. Such a bitch slap attack. Okay, to make it a bit more realistic, should just this should come in with an angle, like maybe it does. Not really, almost. I'm the goblin here. Almost there. He's gonna cut himself in the leg with the sword. Though. All right, I mean, this is okay. Let's save the animations here. New player, save, 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 save. And then if we load this with this guy, load library. Whoa, what the hell? Fuck. What is that icon? He's so stretched out here. Poor guy. Lol. How do I refocus up there? I think I might have messed him up. Yeah. That's annoying. Can I load left slash again? Let's try. hold left slash dot res. Where did it go? I had to re-import it maybe. Yeah, okay. All right, this looks better. Oops, player mesh. Can I replace this one with new player scene? It's acting weird. uh, man anims. Close tab. I just need to rename them in here. New player. I think I can remove these rotation things now, and that should fix the weirdness. These are things I added to compensate for previous weirdness. No, he's still not facing... Maybe he is facing the right direction. I think it's the goblin that looks weird now. Yeah, he's like standing in front of himself for some reason. Hello Arctic Cat, what's up? This is a minor thing. Can fix that pretty fast. I just wish the same animations would work on both of the models, but I guess that's a luxury I can't have when I took the shortcut of having these generated by an AI. I can actually do rotations and stuff on the bone attachment if I want the animation to look better. Like the sword animation, for example. Yeah, why is y -1 here? What happens if I do 0, nothing? Okay, -10. Nothing. Why? Why is that why? That's said. What the hell? -0.5 on set then. I think it's the XYZ of this model is messed up. Let me try re-downloading the Goblin as a GLB. Maybe that's gonna help. It would be so nice if I can just use the same animations. Goblin GLB. I hope I didn't mess up by re-importing this with a different name. Can I undo? No. Or same name but different model. Look how metallic he is. It's horrible. Wait, rest as res. Okay, this was not a good one. Let's see if one of the other ones is better. Goblin walking. You don't look metallic. You look cool. Yes. Very cool. So make a new inherited. Save scene as new goblin scene. Load library. New player. Okay. Please work. Yeah. Kinda. Look at the back. I think unfortunately the reason he is floating now is that his scale is different. But I might be able to solve that by moving this guy down by, okay, +1, -0.2, -0.1, -0.18. I mean, let's go with this for now. Lucky he doesn't stand idle a lot. I should not have a transform on the top node. I can have it on the armature. Attachment. Attach to left hand. Can I just copy this whole thing in here? Kind of. But it's gone. Like it's not there. Turn out glow. No, it didn't work. What if I save this as like lantern as an item? New folder, items, lantern. And now we can add the lantern here. Is it like very small or what's going on? Yeah, okay. Why is it so small? Ideally, this should be... Wait. This should be... The handle should be at 0, 0. It's gonna make it easier, I think. Like that. All right, saving that. And in here, I guess we can turn the bone attachment. Yeah, we can. Maybe even move it. Can attach it in his hand like that. Now, when he walks, this is when he's idle. It's a bit upside down. Wait, the lantern is not even... I mean, this should be 0, 0, 0. So that when we rotate it, it's going to rotate at the handle exactly. All right, so now you walk, or now you stand. What? Why? Why? Something is going on here in this. Okay, if I do that. So the bone attachment is moving. But it's not. So the left hand is moving, but... I guess the bone attachment is just attached on the left hand, so we might... Okay, maybe it is the lantern I need to rotate then. And move. This looks reasonable. Yeah, okay, good. Reusing the same animations, perfect. I'll just save this and then remove and replace the goblin mesh here with the new goblin scene. Can delete that guy. All right. The goblin is gonna turn around, act weirdly. Wait. On the goblin, animation, current animation, walking animation name. So these are now called new player. Invalid access to property or key, current animation. Okay, animation player. It doesn't find animation player. Why? Goblin mesh animation player. Ah. Goblin mesh. Invalid access to property or key, current animation on a base object of type null instance. Okay, same thing again. Animation player. Ah. There we go. Okay, remove the unnecessary rotation stuff here as well. This is such a simplification of the code if this works. Yeah, it's huge. Just need to make the goblin a bit smaller. Without messing up everything. Now he's floating with the left slash. A lot. He's a bit too far down on the other ones. Minus 1.1. Okay, you have to fix that with code. So if he's slashing, you can go up by, or go down by, yeah, 28 sounds good. Or how much is it? Let's measure. So like 225. Two to five. 0.225. What's happening with his back? The monster's back looks really weird. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Now he just keeps walking. What's up? What's up, Hypnotic Chris? Does he keep walking because it's like, yeah, why does he keep walking? Where does he go back to idle? He doesn't. He did before. Thank you, man. Thank you. Need to fix. So, I mean, there are some things to ask of like the animations, but so, like the feet are in the ground and stuff. The sword and everything looks a bit weird. But I got it with an AI, the models, so I kind of have to just pay the price for that. Maybe he never went back to idle. Okay, create sword and put in player's hand. That's done. Make player go into idle once he reaches target. Now I'm gendering the player. If goblin, else idle. Yeah. Something is wrong with the idle animation. Overall. Doesn't find it, I think. New player slash idle. New idle. He's hitting me in the back. I want to add some more vibes to the scene. How can we walk through the tree? It has a collision, I think. Collision shape. How come we can walk through that? Shape. Um, Should I make this like a static item? Maybe I should rebake the mesh. Bake. No. Okay, what if I move this into here? No. Ah, I need a static body. Three node. So it's not baked now, but it might still work. Yeah, okay, cool. Now if we bake it, no. Do I need to put this in here as a child? Yeah. Looks very strange. Though. Look. What's the height? Geometry. Agents. Height 1.5. I mean, maybe this is actually reasonable. I wonder if it's already rebaked. If I press here. No. Now, though, he should walk around it. Yeah, he does. So if I press here. Ah, goblin, move. Yeah, he walks around it. Cool. All right, let's save. I'm just gonna commit this to Git so I don't lose it. Some good progress here. Git status. Whoa, that's a lot of files. TSCN. Start of TSCN. And .gd and .txt. And sword and lantern and tree and better animations. Yeah, so What if we remove this light? The lamp looks bad. Yeah, look at them go. I want this lamp to like omit light on the sides. I want to also import a new object to make the scene a bit richer. A fence. GLB. Uh, 1 meter, yeah. Trying the resize here. MIP map generation. I need some structure here. New folder, imported stuff. All this is imported things. How is Inferno going, Brandon? Common parent is null. Does it still run? Yeah. Yep, that's a good size. Should probably add a static body. Wooden fence. Oops. And then a collision shape. Let's save this as a scene. It's not an item, but it's like a not a furniture, but like a props. And then we can edit this here. This one needs to go down just a little bit. Like so. And then we can make a box shape. What size is it? Z might be 1.1. 1.2. 1.5. 1.4. X 0.3. And Y, we can do 1.1. Something like that, yeah. Cool. And then we can place some fences. I guess this is where some game engine tools would come in handy to like sprinkle these out in a good way so it doesn't take forever. I'm sure there are tools for that. But I'm just happy I have this kind of resource. A fence. That doesn't look great though. What did I think? How do I connect them without it looking bad? Something like that, maybe. Ah, it's not baked. He's like in the ground with his feet. This goblin. If I just do bake now, will this be included? No. But if I put them in the navigation region, yes. And now he will go around it. He cannot figure out how to go around the goblin though. Is there like a hole in his back? All right, good. Good achievement. I want to fix the camera rotation and the player navigation. What else can we add? I want to save the lantern. No, wait. Or did I change the scale? Cube. 3D. Dual paraboloid or cube? Let's see if Grok can help me figure this out. So I have a lantern in the game now, and the Omni light is inside it. However, unfortunately, when I run, light doesn't shine up the outside of the lamp mesh. Can I make it so the light makes the outside of the mesh lighter as well to get a better effect? Not unshaded. But it is not unshaded, like I see it's lighting up a little bit. Skin. A skeleton. Don't save. What did I change? Player and goblin should avoid each other when walking. Now I want some feedback when clicking. Okay, couldn't solve it. Let me send a picture. Might explain better. No. Ignore that problem. Now I want to add some feedback to the screen when the player clicks where to go, like a yellow marker on the ground where they click. Can you help add that? It knows my code, right? No, it doesn't know that. Okay, wait. Stop. This is my current code. The call node or mesh instant 3D with a quad mesh. Fade out effect. I don't want a picture. I don't want to have to make a picture. I don't want to have to add a .png or any texture. Can you do this fully with code, please? Store active markers in an array to handle multiple clicks and clean them up properly. Exciting. Array to track active markers. Spawn a yellow marker. Spawn click marker. Spawn click marker. Mesh instance 3D. Quad mesh for simple square / circle. Size of the marker. Yellow material. Slightly above ground. Rotate to lie flat. Tween to fade it out. Fade it to 0. Callback function queue_free, remove it from the array. Looks pretty good. In theory, let's see if it works. No. Debugger. Wait, is inside tree is true returning transform. Line 165. Copy error. Getting this error. Trying to set the global position of the mesh instance before it has been added to the scene tree. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what if we change the order here? Still nothing. Same artifact ID. What is that? What? Let's have a look at the scene tree. Under player, if something is added. Print marker. Something is added. Is the rotation wrong? Yeah, the rotation is wrong. Minus 90? Yeah. This is actually helpful. Now you kind of see where you're going. Boom. It's not pretty though. Could make it a circle or something. It's floating a bit too high. He just goes to the border of it. So quad mesh is a type. What other types are there? Cylinder to make a circle. Then we can do 0.1 in height. Mesh. Radius and height. Top radius, bottom radius, height. And then maybe we don't need to rotate this one. Yeah, we don't. Maybe smaller. And greener. Can you make this a nice green color? Glowing. Nice glowing color, nice glowing green color. Don't need to update all the code. Okay, 1.0. Still yellow. No, it was 0 here. What? It's the emission. That's like all the color. Then next level would be if you can't spawn these where the navigation mesh doesn't reach. I mean, look at it. Look at it. I want to add some adventures now. Let's make this smaller. Can even make it thinner because like it's not supposed to be visible that it's like a disk. Or like that it's a three-dimensional. Decent. Decent. This is done now. Selecting the goblin is the next one. Cool, that works now. Now I want the goblin to be highlighted in a similar fashion when I click on it. So it's obvious to the player that they selected the goblin to attack it. Here is the goblin code. Pretty hopeful. I think this is gonna be not too hard. Here is the goblin code. Let's try think mode. I want to try going live on X soon. Haven't done that before. I posted this clip on X. Look at the quality, it's horrible. Is this what endgame looks like? I hope not. Maybe it is. Need to fix. There we go. Need to fix. How do I start a stream? Has someone done that? How do I... As shown in the thinking trace. Fades out the effect over 1 second. Highlight mesh. Interesting. Keep everything in code, avoiding external files, and provides a clean temporary visual cue for the player. Ah, this is gonna be so cool. I'm using OBS. Okay, let's try this. I gotta wrap it up. I'll go live on X soon. And hopefully can get this highlighting to work. For now, I'll just copy paste this. I think it's not gonna work because this isn't a mesh, the goblin mesh, even though I call it a goblin mesh. The mesh is down there. So what do we use this for? I want to rename this to Goblin Node. Goblin Node. Goblin Node. Still working? No. Goblin node, goblin node. Still working? Yes. Good. And then we can have another one called goblin mesh. Goblin node slash armature slash skeleton 3D slash char1. And then in here, we do goblin mesh. Let's try to call it from player, not by selecting initially, but just by like attacking or something. Where does that happen? Here. Goblin.highlight. Look. Boom. Just needed to be having the same animation. But yeah, good potential. All right, I'm just gonna push this git status, git add. This is a bit annoying. There's so many, whatever this is, files, hashes and stuff. .tscn. gd .res git status. Looks good. Commit highlight on walking, start of highlight on clicking goblin. Nowhere to push. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. It was a really good stream. Got some really cool stuff done. Very happy with it. Yeah. See you next time. Bye-bye. Take care.